We see the introduction of Fly. WGL Team League, second place with Rogue Warriors. Afterwards, the three guys left the team. So Fly, for the first time in forever, playing for himself. He could meet his former teammate Infi in the winner bracket. Let's see what he has to say.
对于这次比赛的话，我希望自己就是先进8强。我觉得这次比赛的话，先看分组吧。如果说这个可能不会有特别重视的对手，但是我可能会去针对自己的一些弱项去做备战，比如说像是我可能最近打暗夜会多花点心思。如果说给暗夜选手排名的话呢，最强的肯定是木兰。那你说想对战的话，其实都不想，就是每个暗夜我都不想遇到。Moon 就不说了，就是 Moon 今年打兽族都没怎么输过的。Lollet 的话，我对他的战绩也是输多赢少。可能就打彩色的话还能稍微的拼一下了，但整体来讲，我觉得。现在我打暗夜还是有很多的提高空间。职业生涯中嘛，这个一时一时吧。怎么说呢？就是因为像我们这种老选手的话，其实职业生涯就比较长，每个阶段的这个难打的对手都不一样。就可能我现在最难打的是 Moon， 然后以前可能比较难打的是英费，在之前可能是 Sky， 就每个阶段都不同。
All right, Fly. This interview, of course, done in advance, probably before the group stage was drawn. So not the most specific answers, but he says he will do some targeted training, especially against his opponents, and of course the praise towards Moon, as everyone is doing in these little interviews. But yeah, Fly says it. He has had a long career, and what put Fly on the map here in the Western scene was when he was picked up by Mousesports. And XlorD, of course, now playing for Mousesports. Quite an interesting twist to the story here.
Yeah, Fly in these big tournaments is always very dangerous, especially offline. Sometimes Fly has those runs which are crazy strong. For the longest time, we thought Fly online, that was the weakness. But by the beginning of this year, he proved us wrong. He had a super strong phase for a few weeks, maybe even months, where he was looking insanely powerful. One of the only orcs this whole year to beat Moon in a somewhat smaller tournament. But the last few weeks, he's been declining a little bit. But now we move to XlorD, the big star from Germany, probably Germany's most talented player ever, if you ask me. And we're going to get to hear in a moment what he has to say.
Very impressive Photoshop work here by WGL. Doesn't do the Lord justice. Going into the WGL qualifier, no one really expected him to play it, but then he turned out to be the #1 in Europe by defeating Foggy 3-2 in the finals. Can he surprise us all on the big stage? The first German player ever to play a Gold League. We have seen them at WCG, at WCA, but when it comes to Gold Leagues, it was in the CIS region for sure, with Foggy and Hawk and Cash and Orc Worker. Ping will of course be an issue, but I guess the confidence of XlorD will be his strength, and we will hear from him just in a second. There we go.
My targets in this coming WGL Summer is probably to go out of the group stage, since there are a lot of good players in the tournament right now, as I saw. Yeah, the first thing is just to survive the group and then see how far I can go. I mean, Happy had the same plans and strategy in the past WGLs, and I think it was a good strategy. My hardest and biggest opponents are gonna be probably the best players like Infi, TH, and Moon, and then 120 is also really good, but I feel like every race has a really strong player right now. I still have some problems against good night elves, so I feel like XlorD and Moon are gonna be the toughest opponents. For the other races, I think, as I mentioned, Lin, TH, and V are strong, but I feel more comfortable in those matchups. So I think my chances against 120 and WFC are in Undead Mirror are not that bad, because I feel like with Happy in Europe I have one of the strongest, or maybe the strongest Undead player to play against and practice. In the percentage against 120, I think it's probably XlorD. It will be even 50-50%. And if you play standard with DK Fiends both, I think that it's 70-30%. And against WFC, I see both ways of strategies. I think 50-50 against WFC.
All right, not that confident actually. I expected some more trash talk.
For the match against Fly, he of course knew it well in advance. He practiced a lot with Spiral, special creep route, special strat, and probably a lot of Papa Roach.
Indeed. In the interview we saw before, the Trash Talks interview, we saw that XlorD had all his EPS and WC3R medals around his neck, said, "I'm the Mr. T of Warcraft. These are only 2% of my medals. I'm gonna crush you." And in the interview that we saw on goodgame.ru, he said, I have a steady job. I don't need the prize money. There's not so much pressure on it. I will prepare. I care about this tournament, but if it's not gonna be like my way, it's okay. But my goal is A, to have fun. That's the #1 priority. And B, to confuse the Asians as much as possible. And I think that is a very good approach by XlorD.
Yeah, we kind of see it here in the map. Veto is already XlorD vetoing Concealed and AZ. That's very weird. Vetoes for an Undead. Twisted is still left in the pool. And Fly gets rid of LR and Terranus. And this is because of the Cryptlord. Normally, these maps are pretty good. Concealed and AZ for Undead. Twisted is horrible. But with the Cryptlord, everything changes. The normal meta is out the window. If you guys have been following the Meisterschaft, you are quite familiar with the Cryptlord already. We certainly are. Question is, how familiar is Fly?
That's true, man. Oh boy, I'm so excited. This is the very special feeling that you only get during gold tournaments. For China on the left-hand side with the most beautiful headphones in all of Warcraft, it is Fly 100%. And for Mouseboards, the first German in a gold league ever, the leader of the ESL Meisterschaft Group B, the most talented German player alongside yours, of course. Shout out, he's in chat. It's XlorD. Okie dokie. It's time to bring the Crippy to Asia.
Is it? Or is he gonna surprise us all playing Standard? Or perhaps even Dreadlord? Unlikely. We're starting off on Twisted Meadows. Top right we have XlorD. Top left we have Fly. Normally this map always used to be extremely good for Orc. Blade Master Star, triple hero, late game creeping, expanding, and the Orc becomes oftentimes too powerful for the Undead to handle with all those items and levels. But with the Cryptlord, everything changes. The Undead goes for a fast expansion normally, and then uses that power to get stronger in the late game. High tech, late game triple hero, which can always creep on Twisted. It's still not really figured out who that map is better for. We've been seeing the Cryptlord, of course, for a few weeks now, but we haven't seen the best Asian Orcs going up against it yet.
Indeed. I don't want to jinx this match, I don't want to ruin the hype. It is the Crippy, by the way. I don't want to ruin this, but if I did my homework correctly, then Fly's stats against Undead this year is 12-0. So, how can XlorD do this? The scouting goes against the right direction pretty much. Both are scouting like Fly counterclockwise, XlorD clockwise. They will meet somewhere possibly. Oh, no, Fly dodges that. So they don't know where their opponents are.
Yeah, this is pretty unfortunate for Fly. He hasn't seen XlorD yet, and he's going to be scouting him very late. So he knows XlorD's to the right side, but he doesn't know top right or bottom right. And now he has to make a decision with a Farseer. Where's he going to go? Creeping with a Farseer is not the right idea. He very likely knows this Crypt Lord is being played aggressively. We see the Skull and the Skeletons. Keeps the TP as well here, does XlorD, so he doesn't sell it for more resources early.
Okay.
But Fly is coming over right away to be aggressive.
Fly's last encounter against the German, of course, we remember that one of the greatest grand finals this game has ever seen at WCA 2015, where he took the championship over Jaws. XlorD and Jaws, great friends for many, many years. Teammates and alternate. Can he avenge his buddy? Here's the harass. How many kills can Fly get? Not the first one.
Ziggurat's gonna be cancelled though, and 2 ghouls had to be sent back right away. XlorD didn't find 2 corpses on the way to the expansion. Normally you're supposed to. He only found 1, so he didn't have the skeletons, only the beetles to work with, making that camp a little bit harder. The critter RNG, not with XlorD unfortunately. Block against the Farseer, but the ghoul is still gonna go down, and this fast expansion attempt is gonna be delayed, and not that fast.
The ghoul falls eventually, and the Acolyte doesn't look too hot either here. We get more beetles, but this early game, not great for XlorD for sure. Tech by Fly, who knew this would coming, and is punishing this very well, but that's the downside of playing grunts in this matchup. They can be surrounded easily, but Fly fights out, saving his first unit. And very limited experience on the Crypt Lord. Expo plans cancelled. No tech yet. And another ghoul.
That's a very painful early game by XlorD. And I wonder, did he perhaps bring too few ghouls to this expansion? Was there something he could have done better? Well, that question doesn't do him many favors right now. Oh my god, that ghoul actually survives. Here we can see the sheep. Normally that sheep is closer to the expo, and you can use that to go for more corpses. But it's 3 grunts now coming in.
Is that what breaks XlorD already? Or is it an overcommitment that will be punished down the road? XlorD needs level 2 for Impale.
He got the last hit. Not quite level 2 yet, but almost gets us around here on the Farseer without it. A lot of ghouls are going down, but the nice thing is they provide corpses.
It's like a Hydra. You kill 1 ghoul, you fight 2 beetles all of a sudden. Will these ziggurats finally come up? Fly is getting some experience here as well. 1 ziggurat cancelled, but the second one should be finishing. Oh no! Oh no! The third ghoul was the third grunt was a great addition. He will pay with 1 of them. Okay, so now that the dust settles and Fly retreats quite a bit, how do you judge this early game?
Not good for XlorD at all. The tier 2 is already finished for Fly. We have Bestiary coming, Shadow coming. I think it was a totem. I'm not sure. It's definitely 2 buildings on tier 2. And XlorD only now with the tower coming up. Beautiful Impale, though. Gets 1 grunt at the very least.
Okay, that's number 2. That's the big strength of the Crypt Lord. Once he got level 2, the way to level 4 is not that far.
Yeah, he's got a lot of units here. If he's left alone, the Crypt Lord can creep very quickly. But the Wolves see there's still no expansion over here. This fast expo is not fast at all. Perhaps he's teching. We've been seeing some undeads doing that as well, but okay, here comes the expansion now, and the grunts come back in. Great usage of his units here from Fly the Ziggurat.
Oh, so close! He needs repair immediately. XlorD reacting in time. Is there another surround possibly? Okay, this grunt is left alone, but Fly's grunt control seems to be on point. Is the damage enough? He could take out this wolf. Relatively easy to diminish the damage, but Fly is in. XlorD reacts wonderfully with the vanilla surround over there. Fly not paying attention. Is it still enough to cancel the expansion? Yes, it is. Gets a grunt for it. And a TP out of Fly. Is that XlorD's moment? Is that where things turn around?
He's basically level 3 now on the Crypt Lord. That is a big power spike for that hero. The level 2 beetles make a big difference. Wind Riders are coming in and walkers. XlorD, of course, has no anti-air. And Dispel is very powerful against the beetles.
Does he have a graveyard to at least go for Spirit Tower down the road? I don't think so. Good moments for XlorD here. Level 3, towers up, Expo on the way. But will Fly break him with Wyvern?
Very important for the beetles here to see Fly in the middle, seeing the heroes, seeing the wyverns. Now the Cryptlord has to make real use of his strength of the beetles level 2. One Spirit Tower is coming up in the main, one at the expansion, more resources going into defense. XlorD needs to make sure this Haunted is finishing now.
Okay, the Narub Tower is of course up. Acolytes are coming to get him additional income. 30 supply only, but only level 1 heroes for Fly. Very limited mana. We see Hex on a ghoul. That is of course another corpse. Ooh, these Acolytes. Great positioning by Fly to intercept the incoming workers, and that's level 2.
Yeah. But there's still 4 Acolytes down there, I think. So he's still gonna be mostly mining. Tech now coming in the main. But it's more than 2 minutes away. And Fly at this point, of course, has complete map control and can pressure quite effectively. Like this altar, which is easy to take out.
Indeed, and that would prevent tier 3. Is the Walker adept already? That is of course a great solution against all the beetles.
Should be coming at the moment. XlorD not defending, but rather counter-attacking with his beetles. Here we see the adept training starting to come in. But man, this base is taking a lot of damage for XlorD here in the main. The shop is falling as well. The repair is way too late.
Yeah, I was a little busy by coordinating his attack. Ignoring the defense for a while. Fly rushing back. There is a speed scroll and a tele staff. No TP, so this is just a fake. Farseer finds himself in almost a surround. XlorD, old school undead style, aiming for the burrows. Wants to prevent 50 supply, but that is a lot of repair. Is the damage gonna be enough? It looks like it. One more attack and he got that burrow. TP is in. But
Great
here comes
attack by
Fly.
XlorD, honestly. He knew the TP was gone, and that's a great supply block now, blocking Fly at 40 for a long time.
XlorD bravely moving into this as well. He's out of TP range for sure. He beats the Orc heroes a little bit, losing more ghouls, but the beetles are of course level 2. Here we see the Dispel. But 2 of them still in the ground, and this will keep Fly busy, and this is the time that XlorD needs for the expansion to pay off.
Yeah, the altar's coming up again in the main. The Necro's coming at the expansion. He's going to be fully mining there soon. And XlorD should be on his way to mass Fiend production now. Cryptlord still harassing, still buying time.
So annoying.
He's not going to be forced to TP out of this now.
Yeah. But worth it. Absolutely worth it. This is the moment where the 6 beetles do so much damage, and since it's the only summon in the game that doesn't expire, you have to split a part of your army and keep it home. You can't fight with them because you have to react. As you see here, walkers are a good solution for that with Dispel. That Dispel is expensive and limited. Magic damage is okay, but there's always Burrow.
Yeah, great usage of that burrow here. Not losing any of them for free. And just take a look at how long Fly it's taking for him to just creep this Merc camp. He started this like 2 minutes ago. That's all because of the Cryptlord harass. Cryptlord would love to get level 4 here quickly as well, but I think for now, XlorD is just turtling with his hero, annoying with the beetles. He doesn't shy away from playing a very obnoxious style.
Was about to say that. One of XlorD's biggest strength is never feel forced to fight, never feel forced to entertain. If that wins you the game, if you spend a minute or 1.5 in your base, then that is exactly what XlorD is doing. He doesn't care if it's not the flashy plays, if it's not the greatest entertaining plays. He's only in for the W.
Absolutely. And those beetles trying to get the W here, at least trying to annoy a little bit more. Oh, that was a nice disenchant though.
It's hard to find a surface where the beetles are not all in one Dispel. So it's always mass damage, it's always AoE Dispel against multiple beetles at the same time.
Now the DK is out. with a few fiends, XlorD trying to creep safely at the lab, but perhaps that is not so safe. The one fiend gets intercepted with the ensnare, that one's certainly dead, and perhaps even tipped Fly off as to where XlorD was. But XlorD safely went for the TP buyback, which is going to have to use here. Got the ruined bracers, not the most useful really against these heroes.
It is
And
cool.
Fly just backs off, continues to trade very well, but the Beetle Scout sees the counter expansion attempt.
Really well done by XlorD. Splitting these beetles to the upper right. That was Fly's plan. Build a second base yourself. But this is something we saw by Focus as well. What can orcs do so well with Raiders? Base attack and do the pendulum between expansion, between main base. And how to react for XlorD now. This army is really, really slow. Cryptlord, slow. Fiends, slow. DK, no aura.
XlorD, is he going to TP in over here as well? That's pretty expensive.
Fly with the Wyvern save. Towers still up. Mass repair. XlorD 50 supply, 300 gold. He has a TP, and there it comes. This could be a Wyvern and a Raider. The Raider is falling already. Fly is he overcommitting to this. He finds a trap for the Sparcia. Impales immediately. TP is on him. XlorD wants to buy a little bit more time to do damage with the backing of the towers. Wyvern wept. Damage is good. This could be a triple kill right here. Oh, now he finds surrounds on the Fiends though, and they fall rapidly as well. Level up for the Shadow Hunter, so he got heal wave, and XlorD all of a sudden is losing all his units.
Yeah, still slightly up in supply, but it's not in this fight apparently. Good thing is he can go for more of the beetles with those losses, but those are a lot of fiend losses, don't get me wrong. The DK now caught in a bad position. The level 1 hero probably going to be going down here. It's going to be only the Cryptlord left soon to defend. Oh, more ensnares coming in. The DK is dead. One Cryptlord to fight them all. Can his might be matched?
Can his might be matched indeed. Fly finding a superb fight. Really impressive. Yes, he's losing units. He is expanding on the back of this attack as well. So even if he has to retreat a little bit, damage is done. And this Cryptlord has no TP. He's just dead. XlorD losing both heroes all of a sudden, level 4 and 3. What a miraculous fight by Fly into undead towers. Fly proving Kevin Schwem wrong.
He could send the Shade to the middle though and go for a Tavern Revive. XlorD has the resources pretty much.
250. It's looking rough. But as long as it's 1 base, 2 base, there's hope.
Also, Destroyer form upgrade is going to change a lot.
Why is that?
Gonna have to spell against Spirit Link and Wolves. It's gonna help him tremendously. Question is, how close is it to being done?
Fly ultra aggressive.
The Cryptlords are gonna take quite a while to come back. He's going for the altar. That's a lot of ghouls coming out for defense.
He can't really repair. Oh, he was blocking himself a little. Now there's repair. Now the ghouls on the left-hand side. And we have an Orb of Corruption to diminish the armor of orc units. Can he hold on until the Crippy is back?
It's a long time. The Destroyers, I think that's what he's waiting for first. They're gonna help a lot as well.
Would love to have a Lich too, man. XlorD wants so many things at once. 50% on that Cryptlord. How far is Destroyer form?
There it is.
There it is. Okay, one statue getting webbed, getting killed. And the second Destroyer, can he absorb the mana? I don't think he did on that statue that fell.
Kills one Walker though. And there's not so many ensnares left. Another Walker. Oh, nice save there.
Great heal wave indeed by Fly. That's all the mana of the Shadow Hunter though. And with that he retreats. Expo up. Should be secured with the Orc Burrow as well. But XlorD is mining from 2 bases and has the tech advantage. And held this push without his first hero.
Stressful game for XlorD, man. But he stays alive. Stays in this. So far he hasn't been able to creep that much. But this is Twisted Meadows. There's always creeps left.
So
Fly with a big experience lead. But with the worst scaling heroes in the Ultra League.
I was about to say the same thing. Like, Fly, how well does he scale? With the TC is no question that the late game with Stomp is really good for you. Fast tier is like medium tier, I would say. Maybe on the weaker end even. Cryptlord level 5 is insane. we know DK is only getting better from there as well. Lich could be an addition too, so the longer the game goes, it might be better for XlorD, who finds a wonderful impale once again. Destroyer is still up. Headhunters trying to be a solution to this, but apparently are not. Fly needs great end snares and then focus fire, but the DK has plenty of coils to work with.
Yeah, it's a lot about healing and efficiency right now, but XlorD's army so far isn't that big. Losing quite a few fiends and destroyers. Nice impale right there. That statue on the ground, and the ghouls are helping out a lot though. The next destroyer, however, is getting focused and is getting killed. One more coil comes in, delays the taken out of it, and Fly is taking a lot of damage here himself. The ghouls and the beetles doing a lot of damage, and the impale is beautiful.
Absolutely wonderful impale by XlorD. These ghouls and beetles, you say it, bring in the normal damage against the raiders and the headhunter. The superior attack class for sure. We got the supply lead on XlorD. Next heal wave clutch here, but the wyvern comes in, getting attacked once, like immediately with weapon ghouls, good old Dowak style. And here comes the Lich with Nova.
That could be plenty more kills. What's he aiming for? The Headhunter is an easy one, but there's a bigger one perhaps on the Shadow if you can surround him with the ghouls, who are now frenzy, by the way. And that is the super strong undead triple hero, and he doesn't even have the crazy levels yet.
XlorD sacrificing a ghoul's one ghoul to the burrow that is a corpse here. He could summon beetles, and of course this position, super unfavorable for Fly, can easily be attacked by XlorD, who has a TP on his DK. Orb of Corruption, Claws of Attack. He wants to get rid of this burrow, and more beetles, and more structural damage. XlorD looking hard all of a sudden, but he has to be careful as Fly is intercepting these reinforcements. 2 walkers super hurt.
Has more mana on the Shadow Hunter. Fly's doing a good job here, spreading XlorD thin, finding a lot of free kills, but fighting this undead army head-on is still very difficult. Now XlorD in a difficult position though himself.
Mana is an issue for sure. Here's the Nova, takes out a walker. The Spirit Link at the heal wave a little too late. Level 5 on the Farseer. Destroyer doing insane damage on the left-hand side. These Wyvern, there's no Fiend in the mix at the moment, so free range for them. But XlorD, heavy priority on these walkers, knowing exactly they are the solution to the beetles, and otherwise they reign supreme.
Invis Wolves helping out, but we still have some destroyers in the air. Lich now level 2. What's he going for? Both would be good. Nice Chain Lightning, finding plenty of kills. Wolves or beetles? What's stronger?
Wolves get dispelled by destroyers, and that destroyer is safe. There's a Nova. There should be a coil, and Fly knows. TP's out. Speaking of free reign here, this is XlorD continuing to attack Fly's expansion. Can he finally close it out?
He's got one more set of beetles that he can summon. These peons getting forced into the burrow, getting killed even. The destroyer. How is this destroyer still alive? Amazing micro by XlorD, who's still got 1 or 2 more coils left, so he's got a bit of sustain here, especially with that statue.
XlorD 700 gold, no peons anymore. It's time for the burrow to fall, but Fly is coming in again. Big supply lead for XlorD now, prioritizing this burrow to keep, no, not Fly supply stuck, that's alright, but to make sure that the peons can't hide. Statue taken out, absorbed, maybe he needs to morph another destroyer, yes, but falls anyway. That's level 5 on the Shadow Hunt.
Nova into the Kodos, doing big damage. There's still Spirit Link protecting them, but only for so long. The destroyers will get rid of that sooner or later. Level 5 heroes for Fly, yes, but as we said, they're not that strong by themselves. They're not solo carries. Nice saves on the destroyers. It's almost only heroes left for XlorD here, but so many beetles as well. And the few ghouls that are coming in are a big help. Crazy Impale hits everything. Nova on the Shadow Hunter, but he has a big heal wave on level 5.
Yes.
He's still surviving.
There's also an Invo Potion. There's also a Mana Potion. Is this too much commitment for this hero? There's nothing that gives him mana for an Impale that could prevent these potions. Wyvern looks strong now. There's no solution to that. XlorD moving away from Fiend, so there's no anti-air. Little bit of healing on these heroes. Shadow Hunter low. Invo Potion was used. XlorD craving for this hero kill.
He's got the surround on the Farseer, doesn't he? He's waiting for the Invo to be over, but he gives it up. No, he closes it again. The Farseer is trapped. The Farseer, is he also dead? One more heal wave, but it only does so much. It's too much damage, and the Farseer falls. Crypt Lord, level 5 for the Lord.
Unbelievable performance by XlorD, playing from Germany. The Farseer is still is down. The Shadow Hunter is still in, but damage is definitely lacking. We see the Kodos taken out like it's nothing. The strength of the Undead raise, the triple hero combo late game. Gotta be careful with that Lich. Fly takes him out without a second hero.
Great hex on the DK, preventing the coil, makes him able to find that kill, and perhaps still a chance in this game. We are still kind of low in supply. It has been a non-stop fight up here in the top right for the last couple of minutes, and heavy losses on both sides. But it's all favoring XlorD, because these kills, granting him experience, are better for his late game hero combo than it is for Fly. Remarkable effort by Fly, down in hero numbers, and also tech and just hero strength, still holding on for as long as he is, but it's looking worse and worse. He's got quite the supply deficit now.
Fly saving a skill point. Okay, now goes Hex Free. I thought, okay, maybe a crazy big bad voodoo, but against Impale, of course, that's out of the equation. This is the longest fight ever. They fight for what? 5 minutes now. Ghouls try to take out the peons once again. Not in this fight. They will be great again, of course, against Raiders and Headhunters. Maybe a Surround on the Shadow Hunter. He has a Telestaff to get out. No mana for an Impale. Ghouls safe to the side. Lots of corpses for possible beetles. Ooh, aiming for the Shadow Hunter once again.
Shadow Hunter out of mana now, so there's no healing anymore for these Orc units. This should be pretty easy cleanup. Even without the Lich, without the Orb, this is still good damage from the Fiends, Ghouls, Destroyers, Heroes, and not to forget, the Beetles.
When is the Farseer coming back? When do they have to deal with Chain Lightning once again? XlorD, his production is really impressive. Like when to produce Ghouls, when to produce Fiends. He was missing Fiends for a second, I think, but then immediately switches to Fiends again, always reacting in time to Fly's unit composition. We see the main bases are mined out. XlorD very comfortable in the bottom right. Fly, barely any income. Here comes Nova. The Lich is back. Everything is slowed down. Raider falls immediately. GG! XlorD takes map number 1.
Crazy game, dude. We were sitting on the edge of our seats looking at XlorD's camp. He's unfazed.
Yeah.
It looks like reading in his face like, yup, that's what games look like when I practiced against Spiral. Exactly like this. Seems like he came prepared. And that game didn't start off well for him. He lost a lot of Ghouls. The Expo was super late. Later he lost the DK, the Crypt Lord, all the Fiends. And he still survived and won. And that is a testament to XlorD and to the Crypt Lord.
This is absolutely insane. We thought his biggest strength would be that the Chinese aren't ready for the Crypt Lord, but apparently Fly was. The early aggression was really good with the Farseer. He delayed the expansion multiple times. Even had the right number of grunts, fought into the standing expansion with towers, and I thought, okay, that's it. I had the GG in the back of my eyes. XlorD? He didn't, though. Never gave up fighting, and he knew he owns the late game. And fighting probably the second best Orc in the world on this ping, in this situation. Crazy performance. Crazy performance.
Yeah, we see the highlights here, and there were plenty of highlights, let me tell you. This decision by XlorD to ignore the main for a while and go for the counterattack into the Orc base towards the still early game, that was such a big deal. Here the Crypt Lord dies and XlorD has nothing left, and then he still comes back. Crazy performance by Daniel Spenz from Germany. And yeah, as you said, once Undead Triple Hero is online with tier 3 and decent levels, Farseer Shadow Hunter has no chance against anymore. I'm actually really impressed with how long Fly was able to hold on. Normally, you're just supposed to lose very quickly after those levels are reached. But he is also looking in pretty good shape here.
Yeah, I agree. It was not the weakness by Fly that we sometimes see in tournaments where he's losing the Blade Master, where he's losing the overview over the game. Not the case at all. Great fight. Probably the best map of the tournament so far.
Yeah, that was a banger. Thinking back to the very early game, XlorD's expansion was delayed. He lost some Ghouls and stuff. Didn't go so well. But you know what he did really well? The last hit control. Ensuring he was getting the experience from the creep. And that, despite this ping, it seems like XlorD, at least judging from map 1, has gotten used to the ping and can play around it fairly well.
In just, 3 to 4 days, I think. This is when he really started to practice on netties, when he got off of work for this very tournament. Unbelievable. Thank you for the subs, QQ's Parallel, Busty, and Art Vandalay. What a game! Love the content, guys. Keep on keeping on. So, in our Instagram poll, by the way, XlorD was leading with 55%, and so far, our fans were always right.
Does that continue?
That's the question here.
Possibly. Fly's loser map is Echo Isles.
Yeah.
And that map is so much easier for the Crypto to fast expand on.
Yeah,
Fly.
I don't know, man. If that map pick and ban goes into Fly's direction at all. Or is it so obvious to him that this is going to be CryptLord, that he has something special prepared?
The fast Headhunter build with Farseer can be really good with against the CryptLord if it's well executed, but not many orcs practice that style.
Yeah. And how to practice that in Asia? Like, no one is used to that style. The best shot would probably be WFZ, or TBC. Like, TBC knows all the crazy things, but yeah, this is really not easy to prepare for. Thank you very much, Nerto, for the €25 donation, and Bicot E for the 100 bits. Oh my god. This is sick. This is
One
sick.
map away, XlorD from making it to the winners final. That is not the quarterfinals already guaranteed, of course. You need 2 wins to make it. 2 losses and you're out in the group stage.
It is, as I said yesterday already, 5 matches for the championship here in WGL, and the XlorD 5-0 meme is there for a reason. Kind of rare to see XlorD so focused, not joking around, not trolling.
Preparing mentally now for the next map. It's especially up to Fly now to make good adjustments. I'm pretty sure we know what XlorD's gonna play.
Yeah, everything else would be a surprise. And we go to map number 2. Will XlorD close it out 2-0? Or is it another Chinese fighting back after a defeat on map 1? XlorD for Mouse Sports in the upper right, in the blue, Fly wearing Chinese and orcish red. Can the might be matched this time?
So we see the same builds again. It's a ghoul opening by XlorD. Very, very likely played with the CryptLord. And Fly with a normal altar, burrow, barracks build. No fast headhunters. He has not hopped aboard the headhunter hype train yet.
I was counting the seconds until you bring up the Farseer headhunter build.
It can be very good.
I
You know,
know.
if Lin was to play against XlorD, I think chances are pretty high he would play that.
Yeah.
Maybe a story for later in the tournament. We see the Farseer again. No Blade Master. XlorD told me that he feels playing against Blade Master first in his match against Fly would be the worst case because he's afraid of last hits getting stolen, Blade Master coming in, stealing items, and so on. Farseer can steal last hits as well, rarely, if he's got the timing perfectly down, but normally can't steal items. But 2 borrowed tech with the grunts here, so this can be a lot of grunt pressure out early.
Again, yeah, same style that we saw on Twisted, on a smaller map, of course. Expo not that far away, but Fly's positioning was great twice when he intercepted reinforcements, first on the Acolyte and then at the fight at the upper right when he got a lot of fiends. This could happen here again when XlorD is defending at his expansion and needs the reinforcements from his main base. Fly could position in between the 2 spots, and then it's really hard to reunite the army. But now what? CryptLord again, not selling a TP, getting the beetles, and creeping first for more beetles.
Good Acolyte scout by XlorD. He's going to lose that Acolyte, but he sees what's going on. He saw Fly moving over, and he may even have seen the double burrow, but I'm not so sure about that. So the Farseer goes down to the Expo and sees, well, I guess I'm a little bit too soon here. That's a little bit of free experience here for the CryptLord, getting up to level 1.4 and getting a lot of corpses.
Indeed. So, does he want to fight this already? Moves away from it now. But XlorD also hesitant, respecting the presence of Fly. Very low on resources, though.
More grunts are coming in, but there's always the danger of playing grunts against ghouls. They might be getting surrounded, like this one perhaps. And he traps him.
Okay, runs into the creeps as well. This will hurt the ghouls quite a bit. Can he fight through this? Can he get the grunt immediately? And snares flying, damage done, poison spread. But XlorD, man, it's just a wave of everything thrown at these orc units.
Yeah, that's the downside of playing grunts versus, for example, headhunters. They always have to be in melee range to do any kind of damage, and then a surround can always be dangerous. XlorD now going for the creep camp. He's not so afraid of the single Farseer and single grunt. Big last hits here. Oh, the Farseer stole one! Nicely done on the headhunter, on the trapper, I mean.
Okay, how much more can he get? This ogre, of course, the big one. If Fly gets this, it's kind of a disaster. 1.8, he got another unit right there. This next lasted XlorD threatening the surround. Wolf expire. CryptLord gets the Magi. Costs a lot of HP though. Claws of attack. Grunt hurt. XlorD threatening surround after surround. Impale! Oh my! This is another grunt for sure. And maybe the TP on the Farseer as well.
Also level 2 by the Farseer. Not too bad. But yeah, certainly lots of grunts going down.
Grunts just yoinked out there. But this early looks a lot better for XlorD than on Twisted.
Great last hit steals by the Farseer though. Without that, without level 2, this would be looking really grim. He's gonna get double cancel here. Nicely done. On the Ziggurat and the expansion. Question is he gonna lose another grunt for this? XlorD should punish that with a grunt kill, and he gets the next surround.
Okay. Again, the question, can he power through this somehow? Sends the wolf, sends the other grunts. Chain lightning coming in as well. This is good damage. Fly saving his grunt, trying to TP. There was a big pressure on the Farseer as well. Can he reach? No.
Great TP.
Wow.
Great TP.
Fly turning it up to 11 in the last moments of the fight there.
But XlorD now knows he has a lot of time to freely creep. That should mean Merc Camp for him. That could even mean Shadow Priest, perhaps, against Hex. And Merc Camp is where he is going. That's going to be level 3 for the CryptLord. And probably a decent item.
How many grunts was that in the end? I'm not sure.
I think only 2, because he saved 1 there.
Yeah.
I think it was only 2 going down.
Ring of Protection +4. Great on a CryptLord. 7 armor now against mostly physical damage of the orcs. Narub Tower is ready, waiting for the Expo again. This is a weakish moment in XlorD's play. Usually, he's waiting for the tech, he's waiting for the expansion to pay off, he's waiting for the mass, but he can make up for that with level 2 beetles.
Yeah. Has very little mana though. This is the effect of the Impale that he used earlier, plus the mass beetles that he used earlier. So he can't spam the beetles like crazy, plus use Impale. But he can still creep fast, especially towards the merchant in the middle. With normal damage against the medium armor, you can take that out very well. And perhaps go for some mobility items.
Boots of Speed for the CryptLord. Nice addition.
Even getting the staff.
Oh yeah, now I see it. Okay. Expo should be safe by now.
Oh, pressuring the Berserker here. I like this play by XlorD. Slowing down the expansion attempt, slowing down the creeping. And the CryptLord, he's pretty tanky, even with having sold this ring.
Yeah. And he has a staff to get out. Should be fine.
Wait, did he steal this?
Don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think the Shadow got it.
Hex again with the help of the Murlocs. Maybe it is enough. Shouldn't lose a TP over this. There's another Hex if Fly wants to. Can he reach? Yes, he does. Ooh, it's getting dangerous. There is Chain Lightning as well. Zap! And XlorD doesn't react in time, losing the Crippler for the second time on 2 maps.
That's a pretty big mistake, man. He should have anticipated the Speed Scroll Hex Chain Lightning. That hurts. But it still bought a lot of time. The creeping of the expansion was delayed. Creeping following was delayed. He killed a Berserker as well. He lost the hero for it, yes. But it's not the end of the world.
It's so weird to say. He has a base up, and he's catching up in tech. Fly will probably focus on setting up a second base as well. But yeah, the Beetles make sure that this camp is not free. Did he get this one? Ah, no. It goes to the Shadowhunter as well. But XlorD always threatens these last hits. And Fly is definitely forced into dust now.
Yeah. Also needs, of course, walkers for the Dispel. Is Fly again gonna go for a 50 supply timing with the Heal Scroll and Spirit Link? That was really powerful earlier. And XlorD still remembers the pain from that. He lost both heroes and all the fiends against that mid-game push on the first map.
Can Fly overpower with hero levels if he creeps fast now? It's not too much, right? Goes for pillage.
End up training finishing soon, but XlorD already spreading out the beetles here, so it's not easy disenchants. But this is a sizable orc army against which XlorD is going to have to bring something to the table.
Yeah, maybe a hero, but he doesn't have one. This time, of course, also
the tower's just finished, just a second ago.
Reviving the Cryptlord also delays the DK, of course, but yeah, the towers. The Narrow and the 2 spirits. Will this help him enough?
The Wyvern went down to the tower. Whoops, that's a mistake that didn't happen last time.
Staff is ready. Cryptlord is in. Impale immediately. No shop at this expo, though.
Yeah. He's got a TP, though. Plus a DK should be coming very, very soon as the second hero.
Did the Raider fall as well? Not sure if he used the heal wave or if it fell. Damn, as great as Fly's attack into the fortified base was on Twisted, this was pretty much a fail.
Is he not even making a DK? What the hell? Or is that just tier 2 finishing? I'm not sure if that was tier 2 or tier 3. Must have been tier 2. It's way too early for tier 3.
Yeah. Everything else would be crazy.
Oh, that's another easy... That's tier 3, man. It has the little moon on the top. That's a tier 3 tech.
Yeah.
Without a DK? XlorD, that's a little crazy.
Well, that's how he is. Fiend falls shop as well. Ooh, Fly raiding that base now. With pillage. Gets a lot of resources. Makes up for the lacking expansion. Cryptlord comes in. Mana is limited and no shop. Keeps the Cryptlord back. Not as the tank. Not as the right clicker he is, but rather as a summoner.
I can't believe he's not going DK. What the hell?
He has the gold and resources now. Is he just playing him solo, really? I mean, it's good bonus experience.
Fly bouncing between the bases. He's playing it smart.
Yeah, exactly what I meant in the early game. This is dangerous. How to react. He's draining XlorD's resources. Always has to go for TPs. Mana potion now. Is XlorD okay, he's not expecting an expansion. Oh, the crypt falls.
It is a lot of towers, though. That's 3 spirit towers. Is he really trying to go for the main?
Maybe just get resources.
Yeah, true. Cryptlord, when's he coming back? He's gonna need to TP.
A staff.
Impale is very good against raiders.
Wait for it.
XlorD?
What's happening? Cancels the tech? Gives it up. What?
That's a big mistake. He had to TP. He had to impale there.
And
XlorD back on tier 1.
Staff was on cooldown. Okay, didn't want to go for the... Yeah, and he's teching now, but this means no DK. Is he still getting bonus experience, by the way? That now that tier 2 is gone?
I got no idea, dude.
That was...
I guess he didn't want to TP in case he gets focused and then loses the Cryptlord. But he had an invul and a mana pot.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That was a powerful, powerful attack by Fly, doing a lot of damage, buying time. He's still only on 1 base, though. But how many bases was this pillage attack?
Yeah, he got a lot of resources. I would love to ask him about the DK. Why no DK? It seems like such an obvious choice, making him so much stronger. Fly is getting crazy far ahead in experience, by the way.
Yeah, 3.5. Got the heal scroll as well. Destroyers, though. The saviors of the last game. They are multiple minutes away. Tier 3 by Fly. Tiny Great Hall is then ready. Is he aiming for the Farseer here? How aggressive is the TP? I think he was faking that staff. Ah, there's the heal wave. Nicely done. And defensive TP. Gets one of the raiders probably. Lots of attention. Fly's army is big. 1,300 gold for XlorD. Not spending it. Here's the Impale. Has a mana potion. There's more coming. Ghouls are in. First Walker down. Again, the priority is taking out the Walker. Statue killed. This is a lot of kills for XlorD so far. Lightning shield on that raider though. Can't dispel it.
And the healing is missing. No DK in this fight. No destroyers here. Impales are looking okay, but it's only level 1 Impales, remember? But it's quite a few kills now for the Cryptlord. Getting closer to 4. Oh, that's a lot of raiders dropping real low. Nice heal wave, though.
Yeah, that was clutch. Otherwise, it's 2 more kills, probably. XlorD throwing so many ghouls into this defense again. Tier 2 done. Does he now realize he needs a DK? 1,700 gold.
Going straight tier 3 again. Finally, Death Knight. My god. Has he been missed?
Okay. We're getting there. Tier 3 coming. Fly, attack ahead. Levels. He's so far ahead. Tiny Great Hall in the inventory of the Farseer. We will be on 2 base, 2 base. This will probably be harassed by the beetles again. How impactful is this going to be against 3 walkers, though?
He can't place it because of the beetle. But in that other position, okay, it works. Cryptlord, not quite level 4 yet.
He's building the second slaughterhouse. Could be fast destroyers here. Supply-wise, they're even again.
Yeah, destroyers are once again amazing in this game. There's like no answer at all to destroyers. Ensnare is good against destroyers, yes, but you also need piercing damage, and there's none of that. There's no Blade Master with big crits. It's just raiders and walkers, aka a destroyer's dream.
Beetle again harassing a bit, but Fly is attacking once again. On the back of this expansion now. Is it?
He needs to keep this tier 3 tech alive.
Yeah, this time he absolutely does. He can't tech 3 times to tier 3. It's absolutely impossible. Wolf is blocking the way for the Acolytes, making them more approachable. Cryptlord coming, but is he in time? The Boots of Speed are good. You're the biggest fan. Here's the Impale. Lots of damage mitigation. We don't have a Lich yet. We have a DK in this fight, though. Heal Scroll. Nice. Heal Wave. Nice. Is it enough? The repairs getting cancelled by the Ensnare. Impale again. Spending so much mana on this, but it doesn't seem to be enough. XlorD losing the tech again.
Smart by Fly, knows exactly what he needs to do. He knows this tier 3 and destroyers might be his end, and he also delays the Lich with that. Excellent play by Fly.
Really good.
XlorD now, with a supply lead, he just took out a lot of raiders. He took out 1 or 2 heal scrolls, and Shadowhunter mana also completely drained.
Can he go for the counterattack right away? Is he in fighting shape? He does have Web in case there's Wyvern. We see Headhunters. Fortified defense is okay. We do have a lot of beetles as well. And is there mana on the Cryptlord? Limited. Fly backstabbing here, but the beetles are sent to the gold mine.
Also level 2 Impale now, finally, as the Crypto reach level 4. Going for the statues right away. Easy to take those out. Can't get coiled. One going down, level 4 for the Shadowhunter. Second one going down as well. With the heal wave and the Spiritling, this Orc army still looking to be pretty strong.
Big fat Cryptlord blocks in front, but the ensnares catching these fiends, and you know how strong wolves are if there's no destroyers. The normal damage is crazy. Walker's getting revived. This tier 3 upgrade helps Fly so much, and XlorD realizing it as well. Chain lightning rattling through. Coil arrives on the fiend, but alright. Fly can fight this, and he is so smart in the way he fights this.
XlorD has to TP out. There's Taurens coming out now.
Wow.
Fly with the beautiful transition.
Fly is playing this pretty much perfectly.
Yeah. And XlorD didn't respect the Raider attack enough. Like the first time, he didn't TP in at all to save his main. And the second time, he took a very long time to come in. Back then, I think he did have a TP and Telestaff available.
Telestaff was on cooldown, I think. But
Okay.
yeah. Fly so rich on the 2 bases. 60 supply, paying upkeep now, of course. XlorD, again 1,000 gold. Man, this game doesn't give you dividends, my friend.
It's again no mana pots for XlorD, by the way.
He's probably gonna go for this now.
Tier 2 about to finish. Has to TP in this time.
Okay, this is gonna be expensive. Another fiend down. Yeah, he needs the help of the towers. There's no other way. Double invul, no level 2 on the DK, mass repair, try it again, but the Torrent, man. Torrents and Raiders against buildings. Is all hope lost? We got the TP, we got the mana potion, XlorD's last stand.
Alright, one Impale comes in, but it's only the XlorD, the Cryptlord down here.
What?
Where's the rest of the
He's
army?
creeping. To level 2, but the TP is on the Cryptlord.
XlorD is losing his expansion here, as it seems.
Is
Gonna have another few nice Impales here. He's summoning beetles, actually.
Is that enough? No way this is enough. He can revive the Torrent, gets a second TP for this army to come in. Defensive TP, not jumping on the Shadowhunter to force something. Dude, what the hell? Everything is kind of starting to get low. But there's a mana potion for the Shadowhunter.
This was some crazy heal scroll usages here, by the way. But wait a minute, XlorD is completely surrounded right there. His DK and Fiends completely trapped. The Wolves close the surround again, revives over and over the Ancestral Spirit from the Torrents, from the Walkers rather. Massive supply lead now for Fly. It seems like he's able to close this map 2 out. XlorD is still trying to hold on, but he doesn't have the damage. He still doesn't have destroyers or any kind of tier 3 support.
Wow. Yeah, this broke XlorD's neck for sure. Not being able to tech, not being able to get the tier 3 upgrades. But so far, he's holding this. But for how much longer? Level 5 Farseer. Everything that XlorD has is in the ground. Either dead or the Fiends burrowed. He goes for the Farseer. That's no TP! Ah, he gets out though.
Ah, he does get out, okay. Trying to kill him. That's his only chance, but with Spiritling, he's pretty well protected. Shadowhunter's gonna have another heal wave as well soon. Speed scroll, trying to get out. Can he get this hero kill? XlorD needs it. Needs it, and
Gets
it as well, and that's level 3 for the Cryptlord.
Is he seriously holding this without any towers anymore? It seems so overwhelming. It's a 20 supply lead for the Chinese. More statues coming in. The DK is in trouble. Gets the way out, but catches another Ensnare. Fly closing this. Fighting again without the Farseer. Oh boy, Invul Potion transferred. This Cryptlord making miles over there. Revive after revive after revive from Ancestral Spirit. Shadowhunter, is he the next target? The Cryptlord, can he be coiled? Yes, he can. But I think his might will be matched.
Needs to TP out. He doesn't go back to the main, but rather still staying at the expansion. XlorD fighting with everything that he has. But it's not much left, to be honest, especially because of the lack of tier 3. It's not that much damage.
Oh, those dispels take care of the beetles. There was a lot of mana and a lot of experience. Level 5 for the Shadowhunter. More sustain on this already super tanky army, and again the shot positioning by Fly. So great! XlorD trying to set one up himself. What's going on in the base? It is tier 3. It's time for the Lich. It's time for destroyers. Don't tell me he wins this game somehow.
It should be impossible.
It should be impossible.
Oh my god. This destroyer form upgrade is such a massive difference maker.
We have to wait. He has to hold one more time. Look, destroyer upgrade should be finished, right? He gets the orb, waits for the Lich, has a tally staff, 2 potions. Oh my. Fly again, towering 20 resurrectable supply over XlorD. But there's a Crypt Lord.
One Fiend goes down. The coil is too late. There is one destroyer, but only one.
Needs the greatest dispels. Impale is good, can't hold the tower. When is the Lich coming? Fly is just waiting for it, as it seems, and welcomes him with open arms. There is Ensnare. There's Hex. First Nova is out. Can he connect? Oh, the Impale! The AoE is sick! Can he somehow transfer the orb to the Lich? It would be so great. Level 5 Crypt Lord now.
What's he going for? Impale or Beetles? It
Beetles.
seems to be Beetles as the choice. More and more summons coming from these corpses. We have dispels as well from the walkers. Still lots of mana on them. And XlorD is starting to run out of mana. The Farseer is coming back into this fight. He's got Wolves to use and Chain Lightning. XlorD's hero is starting to drop really low over here.
He does have a mana potion. Oh, he did. He actually consumed it already. So, same with the heal scroll. Shadowhunter, a little bit in trouble, heals himself. XlorD's army is about to disappear. He's still at 600 gold. Does he have another nuke in him? The Lich is out of position, needs the coil, gets it, so he can't use it for the nuke. After the defensive usage here, DK getting attacked by Torren. Really messy fight right here. Everything is all over the place. Destroyer falls.
Still lots of meat left for Fly in this army. It seems like he can close it out, but we said this before. He's going for the DK and he gets the kill with the Chain Lightning. The Crypt Lord left by himself with the Lich. That's the GG. Fly takes the win. But man, what a game again.
He made Fly sweat so hard. Oh, did he work for this? This game was almost perfect for Fly. And still there were moments where we thought that this could tip over.
That tech cancel. It's rare to see that canceling a tech wins you games, but brilliantly realized by Fly, taking out the Halls of the Dead and the tier 3 tech in progress, delaying the destroyers, made all the difference. If XlorD keeps his tier 3 tech alive, the first time when it gets cancelled and he gets his destroyers out and Lich, I'm pretty sure he wins that game.
Yes.
But Fly made sure he kept his chances alive. And even then, even when the tier 3 got cancelled not once, but twice, XlorD still made it so close.
Okay. Trying to go into the highlights. Oh, my OBS seems a little buggy. What's up here? Yeah, that was insane. Like, tech cancelled 2 times. We've seen this yesterday in Colorful vs. Moon when Colorful cancelled his own tier 3 tech by accident. How much that weakens a push, and in this case, also questionable decisions by XlorD. Maybe we can call it mistakes. There must have been reasons for this, obviously, but not town portaling, not saving his tier 3 with this. Maybe he was a little overwhelmed. Maybe he had another idea behind it. Hope we get the chance to ask him about that.
Yeah, I would think he thought he could hold it just by walking there. Especially the first time. The first time he had mana pot and invul, he should have been really safe. But maybe, in the heat of battle, it's really hard. Oftentimes, also, if you TP into an orc with Mass and Snare and Hex, that can be your end. But in that specific case, I think he would have been fine. But anyways, I'm glad, kind of, Fly got the win here. Gives us a third map for this amazing series. So far, the best series of this tournament, without question.
Definitely agree. Thank you very much, Rudi Rasierer and Pater Rufino, for the subs. It all comes down to XlorD's map choice. That is Northern
Isles. And I know XlorD worked on a special creep route.
Oh, don't tell them yet. There's spies in chat. I know it. I know it. Not yet. Once the game starts, you can go for it. Unbelievable. XlorD, of course, he is a national Warcraft hero here in Germany after being the champion 3 times and 5 times playoffs and just a carry for SK Gaming back in the day. But on solo international tournaments, there was never this big achievement. WCG round of 16 is kind of max. He was part on some Europe versus Asia show matches where he did well, taking out Moon in one of them. But yeah, the big titles or the big runs, they are definitely lacking. As good as he was nationally, internationally, never in the limelight.
Yeah, with how good he was and how talented he always was, I always felt like he couldn't realize his potential internationally. Like almost every German, Jaws there, the big exception at WCA in 2015.
And of course at WCG when he killed Fly on the main stage. A wonderful, wonderful moment in Warcraft history. Thank you, Tuan Tran, for the €5 donation. Let's go Foggy a bit early. Never too early to cheer for Foggy, my man.
All right, it seems like Fly's Farseer play here is working out pretty well. Not so much necessarily the early harass, but rather the follow-up in the mid-game.
Yeah.
We see the maps here again. Our last deciding map chosen by XlorD is going to be Northern Isles.
It's pretty impressive how XlorD is rank 8 on the Warcraft 3 info ELO ranking. Like, how did he get there? Was it just the WGL qualifier? That was pretty insane.
I mean, he's also getting a little bit points every week in the Meisterschaft, right?
True that.
There has not been beaten yet. The big favorite for the German National League.
Yeah.
Can he make it here now against Fly? Can he make it out of the group? That's his first goal, as he said. Following in Happy's footsteps, one step at a time. First the group stage, and then he would look ahead if he does get there.
This is, by the way, the very first encounter ever between XlorD and Fly. And here we see them again, getting ready for the decision. Fly, it feels like today he needs to be at 110% to face XlorD, despite the ping disadvantage.
But he showed with proper play, with smart play as well, with the tech cancels, he can do it. And in the first map, it was also close. I want another close map here on Northern Isles. I think we all do. This has been an absolute treat so far, and now we conclude it.
Exactly. If XlorD wins this, it's the first defeat of Fly this year versus Undead.
Would be quite the accomplishment, and absolutely not outside the realm of possibilities.
Okay, what's it now? Fly on the upper right-hand side of Northern Isles, XlorD again in the blue and the bottom left. The winner will face Infi in the winner bracket final. The loser goes head-to-head with Focus.
Standard build here, or well, standard for XlorD, I guess. It's going to be a ghoul build opening and Papa Roach. We all expect to see him again. Is it once more Farseer? For Fly, seems like that's his preferred choice. Yes, it is. With a normal grunt follow-up. No headhunters still, of course. Doesn't start switching it up now.
Alright, so why is this map better for XlorD than Echo Isles was?
XlorD is hoping that Fly will once again blindly be going to his expansion, and there will be wasting a lot of his time. And XlorD's special creep route that he developed was, in fact, already revealed in the B2W Cup by Juan. You remember? The Acolyte is moving out towards the Tuskar camp. He's going to sacrifice the Acolyte to the Tuskars to have 2 corpses there right away. He's going to creep that with, I think, 2 ghouls, get level 2 instantly, and a really good item for the Crypt Lord. And then he's going to move over to the expansion with the intention being of creeping that easily, more easily, and getting level 3 pretty quickly.
All right, let's see. This time he sells the TP. This time he pulls more ghouls. Fly, does he have the read? It is the double corpse, 2 beetles, 2 skeletons. And I think you're right, Remo. Fly, is he taking a turn? Nope. Blindly rushing towards this expansion.
Can he be in time to harass this camp to prevent level 2 is the question. That would be too much wasted time. Fly changes course and starts creeping a bit himself. He's going for the green. If he gets the lightning shield here, that is crazy good against expanding players. That's the item he's hoping for right now.
Okay, XlorD, would he get big invul potion here? Fly teching, shop now, second burrow. And Sentry. Okay, not too bad.
XlorD now going over to the next green. So he's delaying his expansion by quite a bit, but the idea is slower expo, but faster Crypto at level 3 and safe expansion as well. And then pressure right away after with the level 2 beetles.
Okay. Ghoul hurt, but saved. XlorD is level 2. Fly has to respect the impales. Can't, of course, spam them. There's no mana item that was dropped. Trying to get the last hit. But XlorD says... Ah, loses it here, okay. But so far, the game plan is working?
I think so. 1 ghoul did go down, but that's a lot of ghouls now moving out. But XlorD has to start getting this expansion up. The tier 2 tech for Fly is soon to be finished. Then we're going to have Shadowhunter coming in along with everything else. If Fly again can steal last hits here, this would be a massive deal.
Again, same situation as on Echo Isles. How well can Fly do this? Going for the first Tuska. Oh, I think Fly got it.
No, he got it a little bit from the skeletons.
Ah, okay.
He did get the small one though.
Yep.
And that's level 2.
Oh, impale. Surround. He
does not have it.
Okay, scary moment here for Fly, but he can get out. Ogre is still going ham. XlorD gets a grunt most likely, loses an acolyte for it. Is that the only one? Oh, good, micro grunt is down. Mana is looking dire for XlorD. There's chain lightning. You can't really attack this ogre right now. Fly will get the last hit.
Yeah, exactly. Fly's playing around this so well. He gets the last hit right there. Does get surrounded though. It's going to be a TP forced.
That's a late level 3 for XlorD. He is kind of close, but where to get that? Little green next to his base is the easy answer. And I think he had an acolyte ready, right? Yeah, to set up this base.
That was again a good early though by Fly. Getting the level 2, getting the chain lightning steals and stuff. Makes quite the difference. Crypt Lord expended a lot of his mana. He's not gonna have too many beetles here to summon.
Yeah,
and doesn't have a TP anymore, remember. However, the invul, I guess, to protect him.
It feels like these impales early game, in the absence of mana potions and statues, is like this anime attack when the character puts everything into this attack and then afterwards is super exhausted. You know what I mean? Like, this is not the same Crypt Lord with low mana.
If the Farseer gets surrounded here, he doesn't have a TP anymore. Quite a few risks taken.
He's slowed. There's definitely a chance for XlorD to surround something. Still slowed. So far. Oh, speed scroll to counter that. Well done by Fly. Expo cancelled indeed. But the towers are coming up.
Small mistake perhaps by XlorD not sending out beetles to look for that little move in. And that is the biggest expansion delay yet.
Yeah, at first it was on purpose. Do you think it's worse than on Twisted?
As far as time goes, I think so. And there's no tech this time either for quite some time. Book of the Dead. Could be pretty good right here. Oh my god, he almost got surrounded again. Instead it's the Grunt. And that one's going down for sure.
Second grunt again. XlorD this time doesn't work. Threatens to surround the Fascia once again with the help of the Tavern, and he gets it!
You had it!
Get out! Oh, little mistake here.
That was probably the ping.
Okay, gets Flies. He's saving this grunt. Camera not on point. I think he saved it, but no, wait. This is so scary.
Wait.
He gets it, and the Fascia. No, level up. Can he find out nonetheless? No. Experience denied by that Hex, but he gets the Fascia.
The Crypt Lord suddenly showing up. That is the strength of the level 3 Crypt Lord. Fly with such a crazy early game. Maybe not respecting it anymore. Going for the counter surround.
Oh my, this is so stressful for both of them. It's wild how he moves with the Fascia. Was so close to another surround. Fascia, Shadowhunter, sorry.
Keeps him alive. But again, lots of time bought for XlorD. That is certainly now the expansion about to finish. And question is, how's the tech looking for XlorD?
Yeah. Started. Second crypt.
Triple crypt.
Triple crypt. Did he click on that main
No, he
building?
didn't click on the main.
God damn it! Oh, surround here. There's an Invul. No TP, no stab. Is he gathering forces for this Impale?
He's trying to use, perhaps here, the Invul pod. Shadowhunter is also quite ambitious.
Super low. But no Impale here. Heal wave used. Mana drained. Sneaky play with the Zeppelin.
And Snare.
Oh, yoink.
He got him. But with the creeps here, he can't really attack them.
Weird situation. He gets surround after surround. Crypt Lord is, of course, missing. Gets ensnared again. He really wants the Zeppelin gone. Threatens another surround. But okay. That is a dizzy... Oh, no. Not a dizzy Crypt Lord as he didn't fall from the skies. Oh, the Invul is gone, though. Is he just killing the Crypt Lord for the third time in the third game?
I think he is.
Oh, boy. Shadow
Is he?
Hunter!
What? Maybe not. Maybe not.
There's more! There's more attacks! 16 HP, 8 HP, okay. And he got experience for that on the Fascia, who just jumped out of the altar. Third game. Third Crypt Lord kill by Fly, but this is insanity.
Dude, these two guys are delivering. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Gargoyles.
What? Against Orc?
What? Crypt Lord this time back from the tavern. I hope XlorD adds in a DK more quickly this time around.
Did he finish
There's
tier 2?
already bats, but this might just be against a Zeppelin.
He can't read this. There's no way he reads this.
Expansion now by Fly, but it's gonna take a long time until that's finished. DK is in production. Thank the Lord. These hexes, by the way, to prevent experience, were a really big deal. Otherwise, the CL would be level 4 now.
Yeah, in case you're not that familiar with this mechanic, if you're hexed, you don't get experience. You're pretty much a different unit from a different universe, and it doesn't count towards your experience counter. Fly again with the #1 target altar. The repair is far away. Has to use an Impale. But against all that siege damage, it's not that easy. Acolytes arrive, but are they in time?
I think they're too late. The DK, it's so close!
Oh my
And
god!
he's cancelled again. Are you kidding me?
Split seconds. He wants to have something against the Wyvern, but Ensnares already. The Mass of Gorg probably not enough. Book of the Dead committed by Fly as well. That helped him a ton. Gorgs are following. That's the Wyvern gone. That's another Raider gone.
XlorD has, of course, crazy crypt production at this point. He's aiming for the next round. He gets the Farseer again. Oh my god. But big Dispel should get him out of there.
Oh, Impale! He closes it again. Is it the 4-unit surround? He blocks himself with the Walker. Can he reach? Oh, counter focus. There's a potion on the Crypt Lord and the damage. No, it's not enough because the Shadowhunter arrives in time and applies a heal wave. Madness!
Going for the shop now next.
Oh.
Triplord must be going for potions.
Yep. He can't. He can. He has 750 gold. Maybe out of-
Farseer! The Farseer!
to the beetle.
Jesus Christ.
No way.
Cojones on that guy.
Potion Impale is a kill though.
Tier 3 is finished. We have the orb, and I'm sure Destroyer form upgrade is starting right now.
Did he? Okay. Fly's Expo is up, but not mining.
XlorD has 24 supply only, though. He's going Frenzy and must be Destroyer. He re-summoned, or he remade the altar in the back of the base. That was very nice.
Triplord in trouble again. Fly is throwing everything at this once more. TP by XlorD to reposition.
That was a crazy surround with the wolves.
Yeah. This is the best, one of the best unadverse orc series of the entire year. It's definitely the craziest.
Yeah, this is amazing so far. Destroyer form, we see it right here. This time it's not getting delayed. Oh, or is it? Or
Wait
is
a minute, don't jinx it. We need repair. We need slow everywhere, especially on the raiders. XlorD is ready with the acolytes, but is that enough? Ensnare's flying, preventing this once more. He's not coming in. Is he going for a TP once again? He could afford it. He needs this upgrade, and he gets it.
It finished. Oh my god, that was so close.
He has one statue. Does Fly know? He probably expects this. And he backs off. Without using another TP, right? Yes, he just chills at the base.
Again, XlorD with all the patience, just sitting back, waiting. Lich now normally should be the next addition for XlorD, and with Frenzy Ghoul, Statues, Destroyers, Triple Hero, the Silent Army becomes very strong. Fly now is doing it well also, taking the camps away from XlorD to at least limit his hero progress.
Knows he has map control. Knows that XlorD needs more time for his 60 supply or whatever he's building for. And yeah, making creeping really difficult. Marketplace is already gone. Or the majority of that camp is gone. And that was level 3 for the SH. Close to level 5 on the Farseer. Shredder. And this time, no beetles in Fly's base.
Yeah, the walkers were always ready, waiting, in position to deal with them. And that's Fly claiming the next juicy middle camp. XlorD has to go for the smaller one, the Scorpions, which isn't even gonna be level 2 for the DK. If he can summon enough beetles here, he might even be able to go to the red after.
That's a big risk though. Very tanky. Crypt Lord with 2 rings. No tier 3 for Fly.
Now he's got the lumber. Now he should go for it.
Level 3 wolves. Invo potion. Yeah, he respects these surrounds now. Is it just a ghoul flood coming in, or what's the point? XlorD is going for the red spot, but Fly has the read.
That's gonna have to be a creepjack, but first it's gonna be the item going to XlorD and level 2 claws plus 12. Not bad at all. Loses 1 statue, I guess, on the way back. Oh, actually saved.
Important. Level 2 DK acquired, also important. 2 claws as a gift for the Lich, also important.
He could go top left now to creep the red camp there. This is not bad for him.
Isn't that too risky?
If he buys a new TP, that's safe.
Yeah, I mean, too expensive, but with 2 bases, probably doable. Yeah, he's ready for this. Oh, that's big. When's the Lich coming, by the way? Waiting for it.
He's not adding him yet, weirdly. Oh, Fly TP'd back to his expo to pressure the next red camp. Very smart.
Mass TPs! Just for positioning. A thing that's becoming more and more important in Warcraft 3 2020. But it goes to XlorD. What's it now?
The TP out.
Oh my god, another claw!
Alright, you have to play Lich now, dude.
Yep. There's no way. He has... Oh my god, this 24, 30, 35 damage plus on left.
He's squishy, though. This Lich is squishy.
Yeah. Roddy, if you're watching, this is a level 1 super Lich.
Absolutely. XlorD with good items. with decent army, but the levels are lacking. 4-2-1 only against 5-4. But if fights, real long extended fights start breaking out, and XlorD gets those levels, still could be looking good for him. XlorD patiently set 50 supply, still not going into upkeep.
So much gold. 1,400 gold. There will be the moment where he has to explode into that 70 supply. He has 5 production buildings, so this will be fast. Fly is already at 77. Is XlorD hitting that timing? Or will Fly overwhelm him with that mass?
Kind of worried here for XlorD. Doesn't he need to go into upkeep like right now? The hammer could fall really hard at any moment.
Fly is going to the shop. 1 mana potion, 1 invul, 1 heal wave, heal scroll. Fly is coming. Hit those buttons, XlorD!
Plus 35, Jesus. But here we go. Fly is coming in and XlorD is not ready.
You see? 27 supply lead. Crypts are working now. Statue taken out. First Nova, first Impale. That's a big opener for XlorD. How many ghouls are here? He will have constant reinforcements and they can't be stopped. The Destroyer gets a coil, but for how much longer can he stay in there? The Destroyer is gone. He should be able to morph another one. Limited mana on the Cryptlord for sure. He has a mana potion and 2 heal scrolls from his own shop, obviously. 700 gold spent, still 1,000 to go.
XlorD in trouble in the main. Needs more and more Fiend reinforcements. The DK in serious trouble. Hex, focus, about to die. Zap, though, not quite enough. He survives.
Heal scroll is so greedy and doesn't use the heal scroll. Shifts the focus on the Cryptlord. There was a Nova to slow things down. Also a potion. And do we have another Impale? It's a lot of air units now. We do have an Impale. Lich mana is limited as well, but for 1 Nova it should be enough. Cryptlord about to fall, but TP out. Many items used by XlorD already. Still 1,000 gold. Still producing like crazy. Hex on the DK, but no real focus. Fire. The heroes are safe and Fly. TP's out. Don't fight in an undead base, even with 27 supply lead.
What? That's crazy! There was a heal scroll, full inventory, 5-4 heroes, envenomed spears, wind riders. XlorD with the perfect item usages. Heal scrolls, mana pots, heal pots, TPs. And that on that ping. Respect XlorD. He's trying to get to the shop. That's also dangerous.
There was a 25 supply hold.
And
are you kidding me?
He just got invul double heal scroll from the shop. That's gonna make it so hard for Fly to take the next fight.
This is insane. And how is Fly scaling now? He's not tier 3. There's no TC.
Dude, how amazing is XlorD, by the way? He just barely survived a crazy push, being greedy at 50. What's he doing? What's he doing now? He's greedy at 50.
That economics degree is paying off for XlorD.
TC finally. That is the late game carry. But there's not many creeps left for him. Well, honestly, on the right side, there's still some left. There's the lab. There's the Tuskars. There's even a little green camp. He's gonna be able to get very close to 3, actually.
Yeah. Okay, TC obviously said Aura first. Very sure to get to level 2. That's time for XlorD to bank. And that is so vintage XlorD that he just sits in his base, making one sneaky move out to get to that shop, but that's it.
Now he goes into upkeep. 64 supply. 2 ziggurats coming. Does he want to go to 90?
Okay.
Crazy strong late game undead army is Fiend's Banshees. Against this army especially. You protect yourself against the spell damage, and anti-magic also protects against spear poison damage from the Wind Riders.
Distracts with beetles again.
Oh wow, the TC actually gets level 3 and the big mana pot.
Yeah, that's sick. That could make the difference right here. Late game TC edition. He's also camping at the shop, stealing more items away. Soon.
That's such a crazy experience lead for Fly, man.
5-5-3 versus 4-3-1.
XlorD can go higher in supply, though. He could actually go to 90.
Yeah. Will Fly do the mistake again? And
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Spikes. That's always a danger. Playing from Europe.
Let's hope that this is not happening in the deciding fight of the series. Oh my, the tension now. Thank you, Blubber Band, for gifting 5 subs.
Dude, crazy freaking game. This whole series.
Yeah.
This game is delivering. We were all looking forward to this, to what XlorD was going to bring to the table, and man, has it been a feast.
This is a weird series that feels like it lasts for an eternity already, but it also feels like it's over in the blink of an eye. You know what I mean? Like, this series overspans everything.
Yeah. We're definitely falling behind schedule with our first 2 matches today.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. That's fine, dude. That's fine. If we get matches like this, that's exactly what we want.
Yeah. Phew, I'm so stressed out. And I wonder if this little break is good for XlorD or Fly now, who might get lost in some thoughts about that game. Usually you're an autopilot when you're in that game, and this time to think?
And usually in these kinds of games, when you're sitting 2-base, the map is empty, you're kind of turtling, normally one guy gets impatient.
Yeah.
XlorD is not the guy who's gonna get impatient.
Nope.
He never does.
Nope.
Like, for example, that push into the main, that was pretty impatient. What Fly could have done is Tiny Great Hall expand for a 3rd time or a 2nd time.
Or just...
That is, honestly, that's definitely what he should have done. He had full map control, and he didn't use it to expand. You know, we kind of glossed over that in the game, but having a moment now to think about it, that was definitely a strategical error.
XlorD knew it, though. Or seems like he knew it. Or he was just lucky. He was scouting quite a bit, I guess, since Beatles. But yeah, an unbelievable game. And then maybe you get too greedy. Maybe you want to entertain your fans and don't let it come to a stalemate situation.
I mean, there was a very good reason also to be aggressive. He didn't want to give XlorD time to level up his heroes and to follow him into that high supply.
Yeah. He had all the vision with the wolves. He knew exactly what he was going into. Of course, he didn't know how much gold XlorD had, but he knew the inventory, he knew the army composition. He thought, hey, you got pretty much nothing. I'm gonna end you now. But XlorD just said no.
Yeah. So hard to take out XlorD. That also happened on Echo Isles. Guys, remember that fight in the bottom right on Echo? How long he survived, how he just wouldn't die for the longest time. And now he's in a much better position than on Echo Isles.
Yeah.
But as we also saw, crazy hero levels for Fly. 5-5-3 against 4-3-1.
Once again, to bring up this statistic, Fly in 2020, 12-0 versus Undead. This is so sick. But XlorD could be the one breaking that streak.
Would be quite wild.
Yeah.
Is it him to do it?
3,600 viewers on a Monday afternoon.
Hopefully, the internet connection for XlorD stabilizes. Of course, we want to have best conditions for these two. Conditions for XlorD obviously aren't the best, playing from home in Germany with a ping at around 200 it should be. That's a lot better than 6,000.
Indeed. Yeah, Fly and connection issues, right? This keeps on happening in WGL, or at least his opponents. He's always part of that. Like how the production switched immediately to the caster screen, so no one can peek onto a screen here and there.
Yeah. Last time Fly lost to an undead was against a European, and that was happy. Also online in the CC Master Cup. Happy since then isn't playing too many online Chinese tournaments anymore. But XlorD is here to fill his shoes with a very different style and a very different mentality as well. Whereas Happy is always out on the map trying to be efficient, racing over the creep camps. XlorD's just sitting back and being like, yeah, I got my gold. It's coming in. I'm going to build a big army at some point. Not yet. Not before 20 minutes. But, you know, we're going to sit back, chill a little bit.
Yeah, it's a good point, the difference in mentality. Happy is going there to earn some money, you know, and XlorD is here like, oh, I don't care about the money. I just want to have fun. This is not a happy thing to say, I think.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Wong updates us that the game is continuing any moment. We have, of course, a delay on stream. Not on our stream, but the feed we are provided with.
I'm really interested to see how this game goes.
Interested to see. Got a little bit of the bubble. Yeah, I got
in that
idea.
super late game, hero levels are very important. Supply counts, of course, heal scrolls. Also upgrades. I feel like we haven't seen the upgrades yet, or I guess I just missed them.
Yeah, I glanced over them as well. Oh, dude. Everything could happen here, literally. Like, it's 50-50. Everything is still up. Okay, here we go. Game is paused. Game continues. Vodafone, please keep this connection stable.
When XlorD is moving out right as the game resumes, is that a psychological thing? Feeling like flying now, the tension might have been lifted and he's not expecting this right now?
That could be a pretty XlorD thing to do. He's also up at 82 supply. He was barely in low upkeep this entire game, now breaking into high upkeep. He wants to have this tiny bit of an advantage, but Fly with the Invis Wolf scouts it. XlorD makes it to the shop. Triple heal scroll, protection scroll, invul potion. This is the ultimate all-in for XlorD.
That timing is so crazy. Fly right now, he's clenching his butt cheeks real hard. He knows this is gonna hurt. XlorD, Fiend, Statues, Destroyers, the classic. 2-2 upgraded, by the way. We saw them there, the upgrades.
5 destroyers! That's so much. I think we don't have ghouls in here. TC and the Storms, does he expect that? We don't have any disable except Impale. The Impale into the back. TC can roam free. The Shadowhunter may be a bit far forward. Damage is done into the back. The Shadowhunter, as I said, a little bit far forward. And down he goes.
And without the healing, how are you supposed to hold on here anymore? Crazy Impale of Destiny into the back. Good heal scroll to counter it. How he would love to have some heal waves now. He has Stomps at least to use, but we have a protection scroll, heal scroll, more Impales coming in from XlorD, waiting so patiently for the last big fight. Is XlorD taking it? I'm not sure. More and more walkers are being revived. XlorD hit level 5 on the Crypt Lord. More beetles are coming out. This TC finding good storms, but there doesn't seem to be enough damage anymore on the Orc side.
There's nothing left almost. Another Impale. He goes for the Tauren Chieftain. There's of course no heal wave. He can't resurrect a hero if he's dead. DK falls. Does he get the trait? Level 6 on the Farseer. It's neck and neck once again. The Lich is rising up to level 3. He's hitting like a truck. Supply-wise, Fly is plummeting. There's mana. He just needs to reach, but without the Unholy Aura, that seems to be impossible. Is it impossible for Fly to rebuild?
Should be a Tavern revive, I imagine, for both sides.
Yep.
They are meeting at the tavern, and the DK is getting
Hex!
hexed right away. Uh-oh.
TC, does he have the stomp ready? We don't know the mana exactly. Chain Lightning is trying to block. He's going for the Hex. Fiend is trying to block as well. TC reaches. Big Axe. Decapitated.
And it's a Fiend as well, but the rest of the army is coming in. Is there enough money for another revive for XlorD? It seems to be a little low. The main has expired. And by the way, XlorD's natural is running out much sooner than the Orcs.
He knew this before this push, and he needs to get it. Level 4 DK is back. 5.6 on the Crypt Lord. 3.4 on the Lich. Oh my, 1.7 levels for the Lich here. And it's still undecided.
A quick breather before we go into the next fight.
No mana potion for the Crypt Lord this time.
Oh, Expo expired. The Haunted is being unsummoned. XlorD has no more income. He could go for a sneaky Haunted right now. No, he can't. He's completely broke.
He either queued them already, but I don't see Acolytes moving. So this is the last fight. This is the last stand. No mana potion. Only one invul. Shadow Hunter is back.
Death Pact and Invul now on the DK, so he should be very well protected. Crypt Lord, of course, the big bad boy in front with the level 3 Beetles and the level 2 Impale. XlorD splitting ahead of time. The TC looking for the big stomp, and he gets it! The Lich!
He's gone! The damage dealer erased! Perfect stomp, perfect focus, and XlorD will never get him back! TP home with lots of losses though! Fly took control, and another Fiend dead! Is that it?
That may actually be it. Man, what a crazy hold by Fly! It looked so desperate, but the all-in by XlorD doesn't quite work. The Lich overexposed like the Shadow Hunter was before. XlorD, I think, got a little over-eager. Instead of kiting, he just went all in.
For him to make that mistake, he's selling everything. He's killing Acolytes to go back to 50 without having income. If he wanted to go all in, he would just use the Acolytes in the fight and eat them for HP and probably mana down the road. But it looks like he wants to expand again. How does he get the resources for this?
You could sell some buildings, sell some items.
When is Fly's expansion running out is the question now.
I think XlorD has to go for the next all-in, though. It's looking really rough now for the German Undead.
Without the Shadow Hunter, how did Fly survive that fight? By killing the DK, pretty much. Fly, the aggressor, again, we have no Earthquake, despite the buff.
XlorD has the goal to expand, but does he have the time? Fly's at 66 supply, and it's rising.
Long distance mining. Headhunters, Tauren, Walkers. Desperation by XlorD. He stays at 50 again. And this time, Fly is not doing the mistake he did before. Not pushing XlorD, but making sure to get that third base.
Alright, Lich is back. It took forever, but finally he returns. Wolf is gonna see this.
Oh, by the way, I think he killed the 2 Acolytes to not pay upkeep while selling buildings and sell items.
Yeah, it doesn't affect unsummon, but it does affect items. Alright, XlorD, what now?
Sells more.
He's down by 23 supply. We kind of saw that before.
The TC edition, man. The storms were so crazy.
Question is, how much gold does Fly have left in his natural? But it should still be quite a bit. His counter expansion was quite late.
What more can XlorD sell?
Oh, the Lich. He doesn't have him in the group.
Oh no! Oh no! And the Acolyte, like, neither the Acolytes notice me, Senpai, and he does. That could have been brutal.
Full mana, almost all across the board on the heroes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the expo is empty.
And Fly doesn't have the gold.
Wait a minute. Okay.
It's again 20 supply though. It's 654 versus 543. But with this Lich, if you just look at the supply, that is very, very obvious. If you just look at the heroes, it's very, very obvious. But we've been in this position before. So who's moving out? Who positions himself in an unfavorable spot on the map?
Dude, what a nail-biter finish.
Tons and tons of long-distance mining for Fly. Ooh, he's looking for that engagement. TC threatening a stomp. Trying to bait an impale, maybe. Beetles versus wolves. Got a feeling we will see that more and more. And again, he stomps the entire army. No follow-up this time, though. But he has more where this one came from. Impale, great on the Farseer. He's just going for the first hero. Chain Lightning, Lich in trouble. Whose hero is going to fall? And it's the Lich again.
That happened before, and this time it's the end. It's GG, and the miracle doesn't quite happen. XlorD, he was so close, but in the end, Fly wins this crazy series.
Indeed, this seemed to be China Day today, just as Snowkiss and the Chinese community were saying. XlorD, we can say so much. This tournament is not going to be 5-0. We got a Chinese winner bracket in Fly versus Infi, and XlorD can test his might once again versus ORC versus Focus in the lower bracket, fighting for survival there.
Man, great game though. And that could have gone either way, man. So many close calls. In that last push, before the DK died, I think if he pays better attention to the DK, keeps him further in the back, this game might be his. If he falls back to the tavern with his entire army, instead of just reviving the DK by himself, this game might be his. But dude, Fly, how many openings did he work for? Did he open up for himself? Yeah. Amazing play by Fly as well, with a strategy that can oftentimes struggle really hard against the Scriptlord Fast Expo.
Insane game. Like, of course there were mistakes done, but once this game gets so hectic, and especially in a meta that you haven't played 100 million times, like the DK Fiends, of course there's gonna be mistakes, but boy was that entertaining Warcraft. One of my favorite series of the year for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Crazy game after crazy game, dude. TM, Echo, and Northern. All off the chain. Looking forward really to the rest of this group. Fly versus Infi is going to be sick. Focus versus XlorD is going to be sick. And the last deciding game as well. But that's it for today with Group C. We have Group D left after this. 2 more matches. WFZ versus Foggy and TH versus Chimiko.
Indeed. We still have Western participation, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the boxing champion. Big hype on social media by his team, also by Todd. They all cheering for him. It's not only XlorD, Foggy. Despite never getting the big one, still over the years, the best gold performer from the West ever. 2 finals, 2 bronze medals. And if we know one thing, that he's always very, very prepared for his opponent. XlorD's games will continue in 2 days, so time to adjust his builds. This is revealed now that he plays the... But if someone in Asia didn't know about this yet, they know now.
Yeah. Gonna be interesting to see how Focus adjusts to that. And now we're gonna have an interview with the winner.
昏天黑地，最终还是来自中国的兽族老将啊 ，Fly 100%获得了胜利。那接下来我们就抓紧时间来连线一下 Fly 啊，看看他对这场比赛的回顾。恭喜恭喜啊！这一场比赛应该说打的，我觉得 还是蛮辛苦的。那第一个问题啊，XlorD 在赛前就说要用那个小强蜘蛛流，要把你戳在天上飞。然后打比赛的时候，他真的这样做了，而且3盘都这样做了。你对于对手这么实诚的表现有什么看法？
就是首先小强是一个新加强的英雄，然后这个体系的话，其实在欧洲那边的话是开发得比我们亚洲这边更全面的。然后我觉得我的对手今天他的这个战术执行力也非常的强，就是也是打得非常的艰难。就其实最后赢的也是非常非常的侥幸，就是可能他有点延迟，反正我找到机会杀了他的力血，要不然那波可能就会打死了。
我们不着急啊，一局一局回顾啊。先说第一局第一局那个是我记得是 TM 地图上啊，然后那个反正探完路之后，你的这个先知基本上出了门就直奔他去苏2矿的这个点去了。当时弹幕上已经有谁又打出了 UD 3分钟 GG 的这样的弹幕，可是呢，虽然你有第一时间抓到他这个开分矿的 MF， 但是第一盘却输掉了。你觉得是什么样的原因在能够获得先机的情况下却输掉了第一局比赛？
首先 TM 这个图比较大，就是虽然我第一时间是有过去抓他的开矿，但是其实我的后续的补给是很麻烦的，而且打小强这个英雄最讨厌的一个点就是你不能野上电，所以我的这个补给就中间补给是跟不上了，然后就让他把矿开出来。
那第一盘输掉之后，第二盘我们看到这个应该是来到了 EI 地图。然后你是有2次把对方的主基地强退的这样的一个举动，导致对方3本科技等于是升了好几次。你觉得这个是不是第2局获胜的关键？然后当时你是怎么样来执行这个战术的？
当时因为像我在第2盘的时候，就是他的矿开的是比较顺利的，然后我就是觉得如果我不能压住他的科技的话呢，肯定就玩不了了，所以我就是出了很多的狼骑士，就想好了要这么打。就强推他的科技。
那我们看到以前亡灵的这个打法可能是就是比较少的去开2矿去抢经济，而是更多的是比如说抢科技的速度，抢英雄练级的效率，然后用科技和英雄的等级来对抗这个受阻。但是现在今天 XlorD 的今天3盘打法其实都是经济流的打法，那对你来说，你觉得现在亡灵这套打法是更难对付了吗？
就是现在对于就是1代版本一代神嘛，就是小强这个英雄属于刚刚做了一个加强。那现在其实我个人而言的话，我并没有打过太多的这个小强开矿的这个打法。就我虽然跟天梯上跟中国的选手韩国的选手也有些交流，但是感觉是没有欧洲选手的小强那么专业的。所以其实我觉得这个还得再看吧，就是到底之后这个打法会不会成为亡灵对抗兽族这个主流打法，那还得看兽族后续有没有什么比较好的办法。
好的，那现在进了胜者组啊，下一场要对阵的也是你的老朋友英菲了。英菲在之前他自己第1轮的比赛里是打 Focus， 也是对阵兽族，然后其实赢的还是蛮辛苦的。你有没有想好怎么把英菲干掉？
怎么说呢？我觉得我打英菲应该是打不过的，我想好怎么打败者组吧。英菲小组第1出现无悬念。
好，那看到时候这个局势的发展是否如 Fly 所说。好的，那这个感谢你接受采访啊，休息一下。
Unfortunately, once again, no translator here for us, but I think it translates really well that Fly is more than relieved to have won this game and to be in the winner bracket final.
Yeah, absolutely. He had to sweat there against XlorD, against the Crypt Lord, but seems like he found an answer with his very specific style. And now we'll be facing Infi in the upper bracket.
We see the highlights once again. Crypt Lord fell maybe one too many times. Creep route was crazy good. Lich was done crazy good. But yeah, this whole team. That was absolutely sick. But okay, they blast through this. There was a lot of hope when the Shadow Hunter fell. But look at the DK. Impale around him. Where is his damage coming from, man? I don't even know. There he's dead all of a sudden. And he can't get the Fossil, can't get the TC, even though he tried. That was a sick game. And now, time to spam this Froggy to support Foggy up against WFZ in the 3rd match of the day. We're going to see each other in just a few moments. Stay tuned.